Biphasic rear foot elevated hip flexor stretching. We have the bench, we have the pad on the ground, and I'm going to step back into a kneeling position. Note that my ankle is in creased line with the bench, and I also have a 90-90 position on the front side. My knee is directly under my hips with lumbopelvic neutrality. From here, I'm going to bring my hands to the front side of the knee, and I'm going to start moving 1 to 2 inches upon oscillation. 30 seconds of back and forth controlling the motion that's happening right from here on the deep and the superficial hip flexors. After 30 seconds, I'm going to sit for another 15 to 30 seconds on a static end range hold to complete the biphasic hip flexor stretch. The 90-90 pec stretch on the rack is a funny one because we're actually going to be above 90 degrees at our upper arm in contact with the rack, and I'm going to be stepping into a split squat position. From here, I'm going to bring my body weight forward and be able to have a stretch coming through my entire pec and also the core. I'm going to be leaning in with my body weight coming forward, and I can start to oscillate upon rotation. Remember, we've already come as far forward as we can, so now we're rotating with the head leading the body. We're going to do this for 30 seconds, small 1 to 2 inch oscillations, and then sit out over end range, externally rotating the head away, and sit for another 30 seconds of a creep stretch. The seated hamstring reach starts us down on the ground, seated with the straight leg position at the knees, and the majority of this motion is going to be happening from hip flexion. Now, what we're going to be doing is bringing our toes back up and towards us, keeping the backs of the knees as close to the ground as possible, and then reaching towards our toes. This is going to be the stretch, or we can actually add reps to this, where we're coming back into neutral, reaching, and then coming back in through. The quadruped lat stretch places us down in a tall kneeling position to start here. Now we want to make sure that the hips stay directly over the knees. This is the big differentiation point between child's pose and this quadruped lat stretch. So we're going to be down, hands on the ground, and from here we're going to be walking our hands out. Remember, the hips stay stationary as we get more and more tension throughout the lats. From this position, we can breathe deeply in, and we should be stretching the lats out little by little, dropping the chest, again, keeping the hips where they are. The biphasic adductor rock back stretch starts with one knee on the pad. The opposite leg is going to be out into extension. We're going to be stretching here, but also here. We're going to be bringing our hands down, shoulder width apart, directly stacked, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. From here in a neutral spine and a neutral pelvis, we're going to be pushing back into the adductors to feel a stretch. Rocking back and forth, 1 to 2 inches of oscillations of relative motion, about 30 seconds there. Then sitting out on end range stretch as we breathe deep into the creep position.